Alright everybody, I don't want to waste your time, so let's dive into the juiciest parts of these patch notes. One of them is going to be enable Prism legendary reroll. Now you can reroll your legendary. Another good one is that now you can join other sessions without the connection lost problem. Now you can get the credits that you missed from hardcore runs. INVOKER is back into the state of release, I believe, and now we can spam the cooldowns as we used to. Monorail is buffed everybody. Again, I don't understand the reason behind it, but I'm glad because it's a super fun and it's actually my favorite weapon. They fixed Starkiller's base damage, and let me tell you, it still sucks. I don't really know what they did with the detonator, and I was not abusing the bug, so please let me know in the comments down if they fixed it or not. And now the biggest hit to our channel is the Big Bang mod damage reduction, okay? We did some very sick builds with this one, and you guys know that I love this weapon and I hate to see it go down like that. But if you think about everything else in this patch, Monorail got buffed, INVOKER got buffed, they did kind of balance out everything. For my mod mage players out there, reaction chain is fixed everybody, and now you can play mod spam builds without the need to use Firestorm for mod regeneration. Experience points are increased to ×2 with Apocalypse. In trio boss rush, 2 aberration spawns was unintentional, so now we will only see 1, unfortunately. Anguish explosions will do damage to 𝐒𝐿𝐼dusa now. 𝐒𝐿𝐼dusa's wall phase on Apocalypse is now not going to be that long as it used to. Thank God Voidlight got its description misspelling right now, okay? The only problem with this was only the misspelling, alright? God damn it, Gunfire Games. Voidlight is still not working, fellas, okay? I am sorry, but fear not. There is no misspelling now. Now let me show you every change they did in action, okay? And let's start with my favorite weapon in the game, the Monorail, alright? For the people who are following the channel, you guys know that the biggest number I have hit, at least on the videos, is 124.6 thousand damage. Offline, I did hit 135,000 damage with some help. And now let's see what is the biggest singular damage bullet we can get from the Monorail. 159,000 damage is the biggest number I can get with this setup, okay? Top heavy on the Monorail, Archer's Crest, Probability Cord, Ring of Flow Beauty, Floodlit Diamond, and Daredevil's Charm. Mirage for the exposed debuff, Petted Wounds for the corrosion and death brand, and now let me show you another way you can do damage with the Monorail, and the damage numbers are very crazy on this one, alright? The difference is that we are going to use the Bore and Fetid Wounds on the Tech 22 or any other handgun you prefer. Yeah, that is a 300,000 damage hit, okay? You can pretty much one-shot any boss that you like. Now, this setup is a little bit of a meme, okay? 300,000 damage is a lot, yes, I know, but you need to do so many shenanigans to make it work. But I really love that this thing exists in the game, and please, Gunfire Games, do not remove this. And these were the fragments that I was using. I still believe that the Master Killer is the best choice for range DPS, at least for the hard-hitting weapons. And now let's move on to another beautiful topic. Reaction chain, fellas, is now God tier. And if you pair that with the Burden of the Follower, this is gonna take your builds to the next level, I promise. The rest of the build is very classic. Burden of the Gambler, Burden of the Destroyer, and Burden of the Zeolist. And if you think about it, we can call this build Chain of Burdens, alright? I love it. Now we're gonna use the replacement of the old Starshot Corrupted Meridian. On the Corrupted Meridian, we're gonna use Failsafe. It's one of the best mutators for spammy mods. And Dead Point is an incredible mod that does insane damage. On our long gun, we're gonna use Helix, which also does an incredible amount of damage. On the Helix, we're gonna use Feedback. Some of the fragments are very important. Mod power generation, and we're gonna get another 10% from the Mage. So that will make us have 20% of mod power generation from our fragments. These are tiny changes, you can still miss 10% and you will be fine, don't worry about it. Now let me show you how powerful this build is and how nicely you can pair it with other weapons as well. As you can see, We are spamming our mods non-stop. Sometimes we get 4, sometimes we get less. But it works, alright? It works, and I'm so happy that this is back. They said that they fixed the Star Killer. Let's see how they fixed it. $5,000 damage at best, 3,000 damage at worst. I don't feel that that is enough. For all this animation, we are doing so little damage, I don't think that it's enough. One mod from the Corrupted Meridian will do 4.6 thousand damage. And one mod from the Star Killer, which is a huge animation and it takes time to detonate, will do only 4,000 damage, and it needs at least 3 times the time to detonate. Sagittarius is buffed and now it works very nice with this build. Let me show you. And then of course another beautiful combo would be the fire bombs. Normal Meridian goes hard with this. Look at how many times I'm shooting that thing. Non-stop, non-stop. Switch back again. You can basically just shoot the mod. And now people, let's talk about my baby, Starshot. This is the rotation for the Starshot. It's quite nice. I know the mod regen is incredible, but forget about those big 50,000 damage bombs. It's still decent, don't get me wrong. It is still a very viable option, alright? Alpha Omega is now also very viable. Check this out. Unfortunately, the damage is not scaling the same way you think. You can only get the damage up to ×3, unfortunately, which is something that they should fix. So let's test it out. 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be 8.1k crit. And now let's try to shoot all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is going to be 8.1 again. Now let's move to another topic. One of my favorite builds is back in the plate, people. Watch this. And you can go forever, of course. The Remnant 2 gods have blessed us, people. INVOKER is back. And with it, I will showcase another build coming up, the 𝐒𝐻𝐸 2.0, which is incredible. Now, if you're interested about this build, take a peek. It's nothing too crazy and it's not something new. We have showcased this build in the past, and with that being said, fellas, those were the most juicy parts of the latest patch notes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did not cut the vote from the previous livestream because I was pretty mad, alright? If you would like to see how mad I was, I will have a link in the description to go check out that livestream. And that's all, everybody. Stay chaotic. I will see you on the next one.